Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Hey everyone, just finishing up on one of my Les Mills pump workouts, and been getting a few questions from some people, just asking me about this high rep thing. And I've referred to, you're using lighter weights. Lighter's kind of relative because it can really seem super heavy, but you're not loading up on like 50-pound dumbbells and then doing 6 to 10 reps or anything like that with this workout. But it will humble you very, very quickly and help you sculpt and get results. I'm already noticing that quite a bit. So I was going to explain a little bit of my experience with this high rep type of thing. Now you probably see behind me some of the weights that we got there. We've got 2 sets in the house. Thinking about getting one more set of 25-pound weights, and I've shown you the plates that go on there. But some of the things that have been with the high reps, it's not just like, okay, we're gonna do like 25, 30, really low weight reps. This is kind of what they do here. Let me come back and grab the barbell for instance. So I've got, whatever the barbell is, maybe 8, 10 pounds, probably about 8 pounds, and 2 10-pound plates on there. So what is that, 28 pounds, something like that? And people are like, well, that's like having, two 15-pound dumbbells to do bicep curls, right? So this workout, as you can see behind me, there's seven people in this particular track. It's a song, just focus. They play one song about 4.5 minutes long, and it just happens to be a song by Pink, but they've got a wide variety of music throughout this entire program. But they choreograph the moves with the music, right? So throughout the workout, each one of those trainers will come out and be featured. Now this one happens to toggle between the guy and the gal in the front, but they'll start off and you'll be just doing some standard bicep curls, but you'll be doing what they call like super slows, 4 count up, then 4 count down, and then they'll like speed it up a little bit and go up 2, down 2, and you'll do a few of those, and then they'll do like some negatives. They'll be like up and hold, and then slow down for a count of 3. Up and hold, slow count for a down to 3, and then might be some singles, where you're just kind of just swinging, not swinging because you want to focus on your biceps, not your body or anything like that. But here you're moving along, and then after you've banged out a round of that, then they'll add in maybe a move. And so you're kind of feeling a little torched, you're feeling, all right, I've got this first round gone and maybe a minute of the song's gone. And then it'll be like, okay, we're gonna add in bottom half. So you're just going like halfway up, halfway down, halfway up, halfway down. And just as you're about ready to scream and hit the pause button, then they'll all of a sudden just do this full range thing. And you'll be like, okay, now just because the movement changes, that fatigue in your muscles kind of changes as well, so you kind of get empowered, even though you were thinking about hitting the pause button. You're like, oh gosh, I'm powered, I can do that. And then all of a sudden they'll bang out. It's like okay, now hold, and then come back down for a count of 3. And once again, it's all timed out very, very well, and the same type of structure, not necessarily in the same pattern, but the same type of structure and format is used when doing the clean and press, where you're coming up, doing pressing upward, coming down, and that way, and then you're bending over and maybe just doing some rows, for count of 3, or these things are called deadlift. I don't know if you can see this here, where you're kind of standing there and just tipping at the hip, like a hinge, down, working a little bit on the hamstrings and glutes, and then standing back up. And they've got other things which you just put the barbell on your back and you're doing squats, but sometimes those little halfway up or holding it down in the squat and doing singles and the 3 down and pressing up. It's the same, 4-4 count, 3-1 count, 2-2 count, and the music that they've put in with this program, each song, I mean, they've got oldies, they've got current music, they've got some country. I'm not a fan of that, but they've got some country in there, they've got some rock and roll in there, top 40, all sorts of different things, even throughout the yoga move. Now, the yoga doesn't go necessarily for those counts or anything like that, but the ab work, they do make use of the plates. There's a lot of moves with what they call a hover. Really works on the core there. I'll share that in a future podcast. But even some of the other things, I'm gonna set this down. I'll show you one more thing. They've got on these dumbbells, these plates, they've got a place where you can put your thumb and grip through here. So I got done with a tricep workout. Now, while I was maybe on my knees, you were just kind of locking your hand in there, doing the singles, and then up and hold, and then down for the count of 3, and up and hold. And so this is all choreographed throughout. If you're watching this podcast and you're going, hey, I can just do that on my own. No, you can't. Go unless you're certified or something like that. You want to get pumped to have the trainers take you through it to make the most and be effective. I mean, I know you could probably say, oh, I can just bang out a bunch of those, but it's the music and it's the trainer and it's the people that just keep you going throughout when you're thinking about giving in or thinking about that little hitting the pause button. But now that I've come off of reset. And now I'm almost done with my 5th week. I am really pumped at the way the muscles and the strength and the power are coming back. And so even shoulder raises, shoulder presses, they've got it all in there. So having a blast with the workout. But that's how those. I'm going to set these plates down. That's how those reps. And that high rep, high intensity, but very, very effective muscle. It just burns the fat, muscle sculpting type of routine. And by the time you're done, the workout has gone like that, but you're a pool of sweat and you feel great and you feel like you've partied, and these songs just last in your head all day long. So they're really awesome. So anyway, that's all I have for this week. Remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.